Hey guys, it's Paradise, and Death Stranding 2 is packed with various secrets, hidden mechanics and features that often the game doesn't really tell you exist. But don't worry, we've been sinking in over 160 hours into this frankly stunning, sprawling and Kojima crafted world. I've discovered a ton of hidden tricks and things that you need to know that the game never really teaches you or just pops up once and is easy to miss. So hopefully this makes your playthrough much more enjoyable whether you're on your first delivery or you're a seasoned porter. These 17 tips will surely help you out. Of course, drop any of your awesome tips or tricks that you found out down below so we can all learn together as a community. And let's get straight into it. We'll start off with a tip about how star levels work for deliveries and unlocks, and a trick to work around it. Unlocking a new star will of course unlock something new for you as a reward. However, it seems that you can only get a maximum of 1 star in a single delivery, even if you deliver loads of cargo for thousands and thousands of likes. Well, what this does is actually keep track of your progress and likes behind the scenes, even if you only unlock one thing. This means you only get 1 star though, even if you over-deliver. But it does mean the next single delivery will include the previous likes and automatically fill out a full star even with 1 piece of cargo for 50 to 100 likes. You can see I did it here. So my advice when handing in a ton of lost cargo and different deliveries would be to save a couple pieces of cargo to give in afterwards. This way you can dump all of your deliveries except for 3 or 4, then hand in 1 at a time to get an instant star with 1 item on those subsequent turn-ins. This makes getting 3 or 4 stars from places much easier if you're doing a big batch trip. Next, here's a quick trick to avoid fumbling and falling over. If you have a weapon in your hand, anytime you aim, the game will prioritize this and stabilize you. This is likely to help you out in boss fights and intense moments. But it means if you're traveling with a weapon out while carrying a heavy load, you can avoid toppling over while walking by simply aiming with L2 and then continuing on your way. Next, take note of any golden BT gazers that you encounter. These are like normal BT gazers that float around looking for people to drag into tar and ultimately leads to a boss fight. However, the golden versions are rarer and drop a lot more chiral crystals. The best way to farm these efficiently is to stealth kill them by holding down your breath with R1, getting close and cutting their cord. The golden ones killed in this way will reveal a ton of chiral crystals for you to gather, compared to just 1 little stack of crystals from the regular versions. Furthermore, golden BTs aren't the only juiced up chiral beings. There's also the small chiral creatures that you encounter, and sometimes you'll see a golden one. Killing these before they spot you, like the chiral slime creatures, will yield a bunch of chiral crystals to gather at almost no risk. I found a ton of these golden chiral slime creatures nearby the animal shelter, so try farming them if you're low. Well, since we're talking about chiral crystals, did you know that they give you extra carry weight, making traveling easier and more stable? For every 1000 CG that you carry, your overall carry weight is reduced by 1 kilogram. And there's no weight to carrying the chiral crystals themselves. This means you can carry tens of thousands of these to reduce your weight massively. Furthermore, all of the hubs have chiral crystals, and you can withdraw them from the hubs and you don't lose them if you die. So make sure to withdraw the chiral crystals from hubs when traveling, leaving only a couple hundred behind if you need to fabricate items. They will actively help you by holding them on your character rather than just sitting in a hub's storage. Next up, there's a bunch of different Biote types and they can be life-saving. Plus you can hold loads of them, so they're extremely useful. The regular cryptobites restore your blood instantly. The electrobites restore Sam's batteries, which is great when you're in the middle of nowhere. The chlorobites restore your stamina, make balancing easier, and you can hold your breath for longer, so they're a good all-arounder while traveling. The necrobites make you near invisible to BTs for a short time, and the chronobites slow down time, which is insane for boss and BT fights. So these are game-changing to use, and here on the map, nearby the Plate Gate in Australia, is an amazing farming spot to get a ton of them if you need to stock up. Next, did you know that you can actually load items onto your truck without opening the menu? Just simply hold them in your hands, go behind your truck and release, and you'll load them up. Next up, it's good to know that upgrading your structures will also repair them. So if you're making a trip to a structure of yours that's about to disappear in order to save it, you could always take the materials to upgrade it instead. This will give you both the upgrade benefits as well as a fresh repair for free. Next up, the level 3 stabilizer backpack upgrade, which you get from the Eastern Environmental Observatory at 4 stars, includes a thruster mod on it that reduces your fall speed and increases stability. This is perfect when pairing with the speed exosuit's running jump. This lets you leap incredibly quickly, covering huge distances even off of cliffs without taking any fall damage or having any issues. Let's talk about inventory tricks now. First, you can hold left or right on the D-pad to cycle between the categories in the menu. This is great for quickly getting to a piece of gear you need. But you can also hold square and use up or down in order to mass select cargo. This is extremely important and useful for moving large amounts of materials or cargo at once, such as going between vehicles or private lockers, or going on big trips to repair the roads. Next, it's good to know, as rust builds up on your vehicles, it indicates how much damage has been done to the vehicle's durability, and if it gets to 0, it will be done. But fully rusted vehicles only have around 70 to 80% damage, so you still have plenty of time to get to somewhere to repair it. You can open the map at any time and zoom in, use the D-pad if needed to highlight the vehicle, even while you're riding it, to instantly and easily see exactly how much durability and battery is left on it, so you don't have to worry and you know exactly the state of your vehicles. Speaking of vehicles, have you ever got tired of driving into a delivery, hopping out for the terminal and then having to jump back in and manually turn your vehicle around in the hub, bumping walls, reversing, and it just takes unneeded time? Well, if you're in the hub or the Magellan, you can walk up to the vehicle and hold circle, then hold X to skip the cutscene. You can do this really fast. This will trigger a full repair for your vehicle and instantly face it outwards of the facility. This completely repairs and reorients your vehicle so you can just jump in and drive away. Now, you may have noticed that you can recycle half-used, excess, or empty items for extra materials. Well, sometimes you reach the capacity of a hub's storage, but you can still store materials in your private locker to save for later. Trust me, you want to save all those excess materials for building roads later on. Throughout the map, you will find mines and monorails though. These are worth your time to repair and set up. Once complete, you can have a network of mines to gather thousands of materials and send them back to hubs through the monorails. This is how you easily stockpile tons of materials to go out on building trips to repair roads. If roads aren't your thing though, of course ziplines are great, we all love them. But did you know that level 2 ziplines increases their range by 50 meters? The default range is 300 meters, so this upgrade means you can cover the same distance as 6 ziplines with 5 level 2 ziplines, meaning you save chiral bandwidth. If you're walking or driving, rough and deep terrain can trip you over or drag you away in a river. So make sure to scan often with L1 and pay attention to red zones. Blue means it's pretty much even ground. Yellow is a bit rough, while red is very bad. Red water or tar means you cannot go in it on foot or in a vehicle. Meanwhile, red rocks can easily trip you over or bump into with a car. So no matter what you're doing, scan and pay attention for red areas. This is most important on rivers and water and tar. Some rivers are yellow, meaning you can cross them or drive through them, while some have random red bits that you absolutely must avoid. Next up, bandit camps have tons of materials and cargo in to get, but it is risky and time consuming. So consider setting up storage nearby. Either a post box and transponder or a safe house is great. You want to put these near bandit camps and BT locations. These will let you store any cargo you currently have on you for a delivery, so they won't get damaged while you deal with the camp or the BTs. It also doubles as a place to store the excess items and materials after completing the area, letting you stockpile goodies over time without having to do long road trips. Furthermore, if you made a transponder or a safe house, as I said, you can beach jump directly to them at any time once the enemies have respawned. This lets you clear out the camp and bank all the goodies again for quick farming without having to travel everywhere. So what do you think of these tips and tricks? Did any of them help you out? And of course, share yours down below as I'm dying to see what you guys have figured out. Here at Arekkz Gaming, we're two friends who love to play games. You have me, Paradise, as well as 26.
Our goal is to keep the videos as concise as possible by cutting out any of the fluff and focusing on what really matters with high quality videos.
So make sure you're subscribed down below for more videos on your favorite games coming very, very soon.